Food Chain Magnate is a game that I had heard so much about but hadn't had a chance to try. Luckily, I came across a copy, and I'm going to rebox it and give you a preview here today on Legendary Tactics. If you like games like Food Chain Magnate and are looking to find a copy yourself, take a moment and check out Noble Knight Games. They have one of the world's largest selection of games, and you can buy, sell, or trade new, rare, or even out-of-print board games, role-playing games, collectibles, and miniatures. Please check out the link in the description and help out the channel at the same time. Food Chain Magnate is a game that I had wanted to try out for so long. I had heard about it from so many people. They said it was great, and I found a copy that had been sitting at a board game store in Toronto apparently for a little while, and I was very surprised to hear that because it's supposed to be one of those classic games. Now, not for everyone, but it's supposed to be absolutely great. And there are a lot of neat wooden bits. You saw the soda bottles, and then here's the pizzas, and then we have the lemonade with a little slice of lemon on the side of the glass. Love that. And the cola bottles there, and finally the hamburgers. And these wooden bits add a lot of sort of tactile fun to the game, and the bags actually are very lively as well. You can see they just jump right into your hand. If you hold your hand too close, it's like they're like magnetic or something like that. The rest of the box and so forth is pretty plain, and as is the overall look of the game. It's quite sparse, certainly compared to a lot of games these days where there's a lot of fancy art involved. These are very, very straightforward, practical, and in a way unimaginative, but I find that it kind of suits the game in its own weird way. Even the names of the restaurants and so forth, you just get, a couple tokens to represent a restaurant. You have little arrows to show where the door is. It's not very fancy, but I think it works fine for as far as the game goes. It does suit the aesthetic, but I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in the look of the restaurants. Now, the cards themselves I think are great. There are a lot of them. There are all sorts of different employees that you can hire. There's a ton of cards to represent their career path. You have different types of jobs, trainers. You've got reserve cards that you set aside at the beginning of the game to sort of vary the game length once the money's run out for the first time. And just more and more cards. Lots of managers, waitresses, new business developers, CFOs. They all have a place. And there's milestone cards as well, where you get a bonus if you are the first to accomplish a certain goal or task in the game. And other players can get that same benefit if they also do the same task or achieve the same milestone that same turn. But otherwise, if you're not on top of it, you could give up a pretty big advantage to your opponent. And then you have all sort of the upper management here with lots of employees, the vice presidents, the executive vice president, and so forth. These are cards that allow you to build your corporate hierarchy, and it can get a little bit complicated when you've got managers managing managers and so forth. But I think it's kind of neat. I love the whole building out your staff mechanic. I think it's a very unique way of playing this game, but it does add a lot, especially as the game goes on. You've got a lot of people to manage, employees to manage. The player aids are in the shape of menus, or in the style of menus. We have the English and the either Dutch or German versions as well included, and they have inside them the career paths of all the employees, who can be promoted to what. You have the paper money. Paper money in this game, you know what? I've substituted it for poker chips, honestly, because the paper money is pretty flimsy and it's not fun to handle, as is the case for most games that use paper money. The rules themselves aren't bad, actually. I found them to be quite clear, and you have them in both English and either Dutch or German. And then you got just the top of the box here, and I love the cover. I think it suits the theme of the game. It's, again, pretty sparse, but I think it does the trick. And as you might recall from other reboxing videos, we here at Legendary Tactics like to put our games back in the shrink wrap. It's making sure that the game is ready to go and dust-free for our next playthrough. And so with that, I'm going to head back to the studio and do a preview of this game with my buddy Flash. Okay, so I was in a store in Toronto and I came across Food Chain Magnate. Now this is one of Splotter games who do bus and that sort of thing. And I was really intrigued because for me, I hadn't seen this game on a store shelf ever, I don't think. So I was like, okay, I feel I have to get it. And
is this one out of print now?
I don't know, because the Splotter does kind of like Bus was out of print for many years. They did a run with Capstone and it sold out right away, and I think it's out of print again.
Yeah,
from what I
maybe you
understand.
found a gem on the shelf.
I may have found a gem. When I bought it, I said to the store guy at the store, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I found this. He's like, yeah, it's been on the shelf for a while.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But it is maybe a bit obscure. But
well, I mean, the box doesn't scream board game.
It does not scream board game. And in fact, look at the back and how ornate it is.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
okay.
that's like basic. I mean, it's very true to the Splotter spirit. Yeah, almost. The rules are not that bad as far as that goes, and the player's aids are actually like a menu. So you've got like
so
thematically you have like a player menu.
That's cool. Yeah.
So this is the career track. So you hire people on the entry level positions, and then you promote them, basically.
And what's the goal? For me to build a better empire of employees than you?
Kind of. The goal is to have the most money, basically. Okay. So once the money runs out, then you do a kind of a semi-reset, and then when the money runs out again, then it's game over. Whoever's the most money wins. So it's a bit of a variable game ending. The game itself looks pretty stripped down and pretty basic,
very basic. Do you have to connect the roads?
No, not necessarily. They can be kind of dead-end roads, and you just kind of go like,
Weird concept.
It's So in a 3x3 map, which is I think for 2 players there.
Okay.
And so it's a bit of a randomized setup. You have your turn order track, and you've got your different restaurants, which have their little player markers. So you've got the different
the Santa Maria.
Yeah. So they've got the
gluttony
fried goose
burgers
and donkey, whatever. So the restaurants, again, super basic. You've just got.
Someone's put a lot of creativity into the theme.
Yeah, it is actually very thematic. It's funny how the aesthetic, though, is super basic, right?
Absolutely.
Like it's really unusual in many ways. So you have your restaurant, so you have Santa Maria Pizza, and you set it up. The little arrow there is where the door is. Okay. And that actually matters because when you're serving to customers, they will go for the lowest price, but also they have to go the shortest distance, because if they have to walk very far, they don't want to buy there.
It's based on lazy America.
Yeah, and then you have houses that you're serving to. Now, this is a weird map because there's only 3 houses, but you can build additional locations, so you can put houses in, and then.
So what kind of a game is this? I'm trying to place it. Is it a work?
It's a business game, but it's kind of a pickup and delivery type game.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is you've got all these areas where you can pick up lemonade from here, and Coca-Cola from here, beer from here, and you've got all these cool this is
the Coke bottle.
Yeah, that's the Coke bottle.
Nice.
And then you've got your hamburgers here, pizza. And you've got your hamburgers. And so it's basically an economic game, but it's a very cutthroat economic game. You are trying to...
You have to steal business from
You have to steal business from each other by undercutting their price.
This?
That's lemonade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
With a little lemon slice on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then you got beer bottles and stuff. And so, and then you've got all the different jobs. So what you do is every turn, you have your CEO card. I don't know if you can see on the above camera there, but do you see how you got room for 3 positions underneath?
Okay, yep, hire one person.
So if you have, let's say, every turn what you do is you're playing your your CEO card. Where's in the camera here? So we play it, say here, and then you have a hand of cards, and you choose which ones you play under your command.
Okay.
So in this case, you have a kitchen trainee, so he makes either a burger or one pizza. This guy gets a drink of any type, so beer, lemonade, whatever. And this trains a person. So you can, if you have someone here, then they follow the career path where you train an kitchen trainee can become a burger cook or a pizza cook.
Oh, perfect.
And then they have better abilities and so forth. So you're like developing you're hiring people, developing the staff, and growing your organization. After a while, you got like the CEO tells the manager what to do, tells these 3 people what to do. So like you build this kind of corporate hierarchy.
Oh, wow.
And it gets kind of complicated as it goes. But
on a scale of 1 to 10, now bear in mind that he's an Avalon Hill gamer, so he plays complex games. On a scale of 1 to 10, how complex is this for a typical gamer to learn?
Well, if 1 is like a Yahtzee type thing, I would say it's probably about a 4. It's not that hard. It
sounds like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, it's not though. It's the rules. If you actually look at the rules here, the rule book is. I mean, there's some fine print, but half of it is in German.
Oh, okay.
So it's not even the full thing.
Lots of images, yes.
Yeah, so it's not too crazy. A couple of aids that I would suggest. So it does come with paper money. Because of all the money going back and forth for various reasons, and I saw this online, I recommend getting some poker chips for the money. And so that will... So
this is an upgrade over the paper money?
Yeah, but just because you know, if you got to pay 15 or whatever, it's just easier than managing the paper money, because paper money can be, you know, tough.
Tedious.
And it's a lot easier to do it with poker chips.
Okay.
The other recommendation that I would use is this high-tech solution, which is right here. Okay. It seems really weird.
Is that to put tacos on?
No, it's to order the cards. Where's the other side of the box there?
This guy?
Oh, yes. Can you just grab that sack off the wall? This is my high-tech solution, and I think I got this from one of our YouTube colleagues. So you just take an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardboard here, and you can see it. And then what you do is you sort the cards that way. So you have them all, because all the different job orders and stuff. And oh my gosh, it just saves so much space.
Wow, okay.
Because if you have to place all the cards everywhere, it just has a big footprint. But using this, you can actually order them in a way where it's easy to grab, and you can kind of set them up in sort of the order of promotion, so it makes sense. And it just simplifies play. And I just took two. Yeah, it's a DIY hack, but it really helps out in making it more manageable from managing all the cards in this game, because you look at all the cards in this game, like these are all rolls, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's a lot of cards.
So replayability, this is one that there's a lot of moving parts that you can reconfigure.
Yes. Well, as I said, there's a lot of replayability, but it's really the cutthroat part. So like, you know, you have all the food gets placed on the houses. So like this person wants a Coca-Cola, a beer, and a burger, and if you can't just supply one of them, you have to supply all 3.
Oh, okay.
So whoever has that combination available to give them first gets that, but it depends on your price and your distance, because as I said, people are lazy. They won't, if they're gonna walk further, they need a substantial discount, and someone can undercut your price and then steal that business from you, and you know, so there's a lot of
models sort of real world,
and it's famous for being very harsh. Like you make some early mistakes and you may not, because there's no catch-up mechanics.
Wow. Yeah.
Although it's funny, the expansion to this is actually called the catch-up mechanic.
Oh, really?
Which is, you know,
catch up.
Yeah, catch up. Yeah. So which I thought was
that's actually
pretty clever.
It sounds like a really clever design, really original approach.
It is a really original game, and it's one that I'd wanted to try for a long time. Now, fortunately, there is an online version. I'll put the website at the bottom of the screen here, so you can find it. And what is nice about the online version is it handles all the. It's not bookkeeping exactly, but it manages all the roles and does all the shopping, like all the buying and all that automatically. So you don't need to.
Who would you say this game is for? Is this for a Euro gamer? Is this for?
Yeah, I think It would be good for someone who's good with medium weight euros and up. And if they want to have something that's a little more competitive than a lot of euros are sort of famous for being solo solitaire. What do they call it?
So this is a competitive euro,
yeah, multiplayer solitaire. That was the word I was looking for. But this one is definitely interactive, and you've got to really pay attention to what the other players are up to and what they're planning to do. So.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say, you probably want to make sure that you're good with competition. You're not. You know, it's not a wingspan kind of friendly type.
Everybody
game.
wins.
Yeah, everybody wins. No, it's definitely not. And it's also one where it is a bit of a brain burner in the sense that the rules aren't hard, but it's like trying to have the vision of, okay, I've got these hamburgers here, I've got this advertising campaign there, I've got so there's a lot going on. And so it's not a heavy game, but it is one where you're really going to have to think. So you have to enjoy that brain burner type thing. And the games are not particularly short. I would say at least 2 hours probably for a full game. So again, if you're okay with focused mental energy for 2 to 3 hours, if you're up for that, I think it's an amazing game and it's an amazing experience. And I have played it with my 12-year-old, and she loved it.
That worked out all right?
Yeah, she loved it.
Wow.
The only thing, we didn't play with some of the milestones cards, which give you extra bonuses. We just played kind of a very basic game, but it was fun, and she won big time. She crushed me.
Yeah,
so,
that's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. And I was playing for real. So
it feels like this system could apply well to like a political machine type game where, you know, your politician's running and trying to like lure people to your campaign. You could almost like, if there were a sequel.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. I could see that. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for the introduction.
I just wanted to introduce you to the game, give you a bit of a preview of it.
And if you appreciate hearing about games like this, we appreciate if you support the channel, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And also support Noble Knight Games.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, while we're at it. So anyway, until next time, get out there.
Get gaming.
And be legendary.